First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Tonight, we'll have the final 2 games of this kickoff weekend, and we begin with a great one here between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. They'll go play action. Howell. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested, because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Faking the handoff. Howell. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones, taken down at the 42.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Here's 2nd and 8. Quick hitter here, it's complete. On the move past the 40. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. But there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Looking to throw. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. Touchdown, Vikings! Kyle Pitts, 34 yards. And the Vikings are on the board here first in the season opener. Now Cade York for the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good.
Makes the score Vikings 7, Lions nothing.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Colts run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Howell to throw on 2nd down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Off play action. It's Howell. And that will be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
At their own 41-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll make it 2nd down. An inside give to Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a 1st down.
But it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. Another completion there, and you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the 1st round, getting the start here, as we mentioned, in Week 1. It's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Absolutely, because going in the 1st round, people are going to clamor for you to be the starter right away, but many teams want you to get your feet wet first, maybe just kind of hang out behind a veteran starter. In this case, though, he ascended right to the top role, and I know he's excited about the opportunity.
First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Moss. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Defense really sold out there to stop the run. Understandable down near the goal line. Now on second down, you have to wonder, might we see play action here and a flip right over the top?
Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Aaron Jones taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Vikings are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
The kick is good.
Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Two yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Tonight, we'll have the final two games of this kickoff weekend, and we begin with a great one here between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. And supreme confidence in the kicker turns to supreme failure, as that is obviously no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Partner, doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker.
Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Tonight, we'll have the final two games of this kickoff weekend, and we begin with a great one here between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. And I don't quite know what's happening here. It's a first down, but the field goal team is out onto the field. And as is to be expected, this is nowhere near being good from that distance. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, partner, this is where I need the color commentator. I'm not sure what to say about that one.
Hey, you and me both, my man. Let's just let that one go and move on.
Deal. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. Garrett Wilson, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver. And it results in an incomplete pass.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Touchdown! DJ Chark, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And am I seeing this correctly? They brought out the field goal team here on 1st down. Oh, they pitch to the tight end. It's a fake. Well, go ahead and mark that down as one of the most bizarre 1st down calls in the history of the National Football League. A fake, and it backfires.
But we've seen a lot of
1st down.
Yeah, you're right. And we've seen a lot of innovation throughout the years in the NFL. I mean, we've gone from the single wing to the T formation to shotgun, right? Running spread, run and shoot, you name it, right?
To 1st down field goal
First
fakes.
down field goal fakes. I think that's an innovation that will not catch on. And now it's 2nd down, but here's the field goal team out onto the field. And supreme confidence in the kicker turns to supreme failure, as that is obviously no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game. Mr. Davis, you're a football lifer, my friend. You've called games at the highest level. You know head coaches inside and out. Please explain that one to me. Speechless. Why we saw that field goal try a moment ago, I'll never understand. But as a result, this offense, they've got to be pumped. 1st and 10 in striking position already.
try and start this drive in the air. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Velus Jones, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 14-0.
Lions, nothing.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards for the Lions there and a first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter. And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 38-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 38. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. To the 36-yard line, stop there.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Second down, Howell now. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it. An in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Out to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Right, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays, because he's already been intercepted in this game, and the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Al down to throw it. And the throw there going to be incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense, because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. On play action, they'll throw. On the move to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. On the slant, he'll get it to Jones. He's at the 30. 10, 5, touchdown, Vikings. Velus Jones. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Vikings are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 21-0.
Lions nothing.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Vikings will take over possession here up at the 44. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Second and 8 coming up. They'll set up to throw. He gets this to Jones over the middle. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
The gun. They'll look to throw. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the Lions are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. 21-0 our score after 1. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Howell, another throw on 2nd down. Got a man, it's Brown. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
On 1st down, Howell. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. And once more, Howell back to the air. That is taken in by Hurst. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 12-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Well, getting close to the end zone, and you know that rookie wants the ball back. He's looking for his first career touchdown.
He certainly is, and you just wonder with the coaching staff, is it trust in him this early? Or are they trying to get him going, give him confidence early in his NFL career? Either way, they want him to score.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Howell, and in for the Lions touchdown. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Lions get a bit closer. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
And still in the first half here, a long way to go. Second and 6. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll set up a throw. Man open, it's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down. Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
They'll go with a keeper. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed he did not. They stop him. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, these are the situations that really test the defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. And Howe will throw it. He will find his man Chase complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A very solid gain of 27.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Short of the goal line. A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there with his first career touchdown and his first career game. And the Lions are back within a score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've seen their 21-0 advantage cut to just 7, so time to go back to work here, 1st and 10. He completes that to Garrett Wilson, finding room at midfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Up the middle, Jones. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. He'll drop to throw. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Covered awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
York able to send this one through. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So that one on target, and it adds to this 1st half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half.
At the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Second down, Howell back to pass. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They'll go play action. Howell. And that is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on fourth down. This is taken around the 12. He almost outkicked the coverage. A 57-yard punt, 15 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Taking it about the 1.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Oh, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, he'll drop to throw. A slant to Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. From the shotgun to give to Jones. He'll get this up to about the 44. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. On the move past the 40. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 32-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Looking for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
The 22 is the line to gain here on third down. They'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. They're going to look to throw. Touchdown, Vikings! Kyle Pitts, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Howell throwing on third down here. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A first down and then some. Give them 29 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Howell throwing on first down here. This will be caught by Brown. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Vikings 38-yard line.
It's Howe with another throw. Open man is Chase, complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 27-yard line.
That's good for the Lions. First and 10.
They'll throw on first down. Here's Howe. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of 2 there, second down. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now from the 9, here's second and goal. Here's Howe. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Touchdown! A great play there. Making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Lions have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On the counter, here's Jones. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Man open, here is Jones. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Back to throw. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw here. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Harrison Smith. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now this fourth quarter becoming very interesting. That pick six makes this a one-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. Finding space at the 40. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. And the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. On the slant, he'll get it to Jones. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Second and 15. That one looks like he'll throw here. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 23. That one goes for 24 yards.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
The give is to Jones. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Again, it's Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. And just how they envision the start of the season, kneeling it down, defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know what's really strange? I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like 1 time a week. The best teams I know, they practice starting back in OTAs. They want to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, a knee gets them to 1-0, so they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Well, partner, that'll do it. These Week 1 primetime games, they always seem to have a little bit more electricity, a little more anticipation, a fun one tonight, and a lot of fun ones that we have on the road ahead.